The Crawling Chaos by H.P. Lovecraft and Winfield V. Jackson. Um, I thought this was going to be a tale very much like the doom that came to Sanath, or Sarnath, and the Forgotten City, or the Nameless City. I took the title far too literal, the Crawling Chaos. This is somehow connected Nyarlathotep because he's very much a Raven Loki prankster god. He can take many forms, to an obese Asian lady to, let's say, to a little child. Other trickster-like characters, like how Zeus used to do, turn into swans and, sheep and whatnot. This is an opium trip thing. The main character has an overdose of opium, and he has an Alice in Wonderland-like trip of energies, transcendental. Yeah, I know, I've used my allotment on that. This is another one of those hippy-dippy, really needs to be visualized type indie heart house flick this should be a short film, like an animated feature, or something like that, because this is so visually intense that it really just drones on if you're not really super invested into it. And these type of tales I don't really care for Lovecraft that much. The only one I can think of is Beyond the Wall of Sleep. That's the only one I like, because I like the tale of the possession and the energy type aliens and stuff like that. But this is just simply an opium trip. And it's very weird, it's very out there, it's very just energies and vistas and just all the hippie out there type Star Child 2001 A Space Odyssey type dealies. I really thought this was gonna be like a tentacle type beast ripping apart people's ankles and just eating them upward, like I don't know, a hentai gone wrong, but everything in here is not what I seem to be. I really took the title too literally, failing on my part. But I guess somebody else here could make a great short film about it. I know the Crawling Chaos in itself is a tentacled like imp monster or something like that in the D&D or the Call of Cthulhu role-playing board game. And I would love to play that with a bunch of friends and have a great group like that. That'd be totally interesting. I love Spoonie's counter monkey stuff when he's talking about role playing and all that. I listen to that all day. I find it fascinating because I love the whole acting and the whole interaction and just fantasizing and stuff like that. It's great for the imagination. Aside from this, I wouldn't recommend this story. It's really out there. I'd best say listen to it on YouTube. There's bunch of videos on YouTube that recordings of Lovecraft's work, like LibriVox.org and other public domain people who just read it. I think Nick Ginsburg's another great one. Check these people out; they're great. Sometimes if I don't have time to read it, I'll listen to the audiobook version, because I lack focus at times. I always need to be stimulated, but mentally I'm very insatiable like that when it comes to knowledge. That's all I really have to say about that. There's nothing else. It's just an opium trip, and all I know from opium is like opium dems in like London during like the 1800s, and like how it's been refined into heroin and you inject it, and stuff like that. Just hardcore type drugs. And poppy seeds. If you eat poppy seed bagel, it'll appear up on a urine test that you have opium in your system. That's weird. It must be only something must retain in it when it's refined into a powder. It's weird. I'm fascinated by drug culture. as long with crime fiction and stuff like that. It's fascinating what people do for certain chemicals and certain pieces of paper called money. It's amazing how we can go for lengths for possessions and just chop ourselves up. Aside from that, you know, I'm going to go on a Punisher tangent, but peace, I think.